What's up, my fellow Shadow Knights, my wondrous Shadow family, forevermore? It's your friendly neighborhood, Casey Shadow here, and I am here to deliver you, I believe, a new conspiracy that I kind of started coming up in conversation with Noel. So, as everyone that is a wrestling fan, this may either A, blow your mind, or make you be like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about, or dude, that might make sense. I don't know. Or who knows what. But this is just my opinion and possible conspiracy that I just started thinking about lately for the past 3 days. So, as you know, Raw and SmackDown are like sucking massive ass in my opinion, honestly. I'm sorry, but the storylines for a lot of the wrestlers I like, some of them I'm just saying, like, dude, that is the worst fucking, I just don't like it. I also think it's too soon for The Fiend to have a fucking title right now. I think that's fucking bullshit. And way too quick. They should have waited a little bit more. In all honesty, I would not have started everything so close to Hell in a Cell. I would have done it at least an extra month before then. So you had at least about 2 months going before Hell in a Cell. So it would make a little more sense to me. But hey, I don't run a company. I don't know how and everything. But started thinking, why is NXT the only thing, doing good? SmackDown and Raw ratings have really dropped, I've been noticing and looking up on. And I've been watching a lot of Wrestle Talk and a couple other things that, I trust and that I was told you can only trust. Especially and most importantly, mainly Wrestle Talk. Well, I've been also seeing that a lot of their ratings are just going down and down, but not NXT. Now, if you remember, Triple H has a lot of say when it comes to NXT. My conspiracy theory now is this. What if Vince McMahon is purposely fucking over SmackDown and Raw and plans to see it go up once he decides to, maybe he's planning to secretly retire? And what if he's waiting till this WrestleMania to do so? What if he plans to do a retirement match as well to lose, but have the last laugh as, haha, fucker, SmackDown and Raw, you gotta put back up there or it's gonna go bye-bye. Basically, what if Triple H has to verse Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania as the main match of the night? Or a match in general before the main match? What if it's Vince McMahon's way of being like, I get publicity, I get good money for this, I give the fans what they've been pesting me about, but I own the company, and since people aren't happy, and he's getting up there in age, maybe he already knows what he's doing. Maybe he does want to give the fans what they want, and what he wants, but also maybe he's trying to do it in a storyline way so it works for him. He did technically help make it the way it is today. Everybody has merch and fucking titles and fucking you hear about it, you talk about it, and it's become many of years popular, famous, and very known, and it has history with it. What if all he's trying to do is make it that he ends as a bad guy? We haven't seen him in the ring. We don't even know if he still can. But hell, what if he's secretly helping his body out so he can do one little match? It doesn't have to be perfect, But what if that's his way of saying, Triple H, son-in-law, the company's yours. But I want to do this for business purposes. Make people be like, wanting to come pay. It would be a good, interesting way, because people are going to be like, oh, I don't want to hear about it. But people look at YouTube, people look at freaking ads on Facebook and other social medias. What if he has this all figured out, planned out, and has already paid money to do everything, to do such, and is just waiting for WrestleMania? And what if all he's trying to do is retire with a historical match that people will talk about for basically life, and pass the company on to Triple H, and have it that the bad guy role he had, at least still, though he lost the match to Triple H, because I'm sure he would need to win. Basically, it's if Triple H wins, he gets the company. He's now the head honcho, and Vince McMahon steps down forever, but he gets the last laugh. Ratings have dropped. Money is not too tight, but tight enough where he has to be like, okay, I got to do this storyline good. Let's tweak it a bit. Let's do this. We're going to introduce some new stars. Let's come over here. Let's come over here. Hey, you're going to lose your title in about 3 months. This person's going to beat you. We need some bad guys. We need some good guys. We need some great faces and heels to really boost this up, since I'm now the honcho, you know? That's what Triple H is probably going to want to do. But think about it. What if this is all just the storyline that we're living and don't even realize? He's making the fans part of it. We don't like it. We don't want to keep coming. What if he's doing it on purpose? Just so when WrestleMania comes, he has that match that everyone's dying to see, because everybody's pissed with the stories, pissed with matches, don't like the botches and everything else. What if he's doing it on purpose and he's just like, yeah, this is going to hit everybody in the company hard, but trust me, this will be worth it if you can deal with it just a little longer. What if it's all planned out this whole time and we don't know it? What if some of the wrestlers that he's refusing to get rid of are even unaware, because, you know, he's preventing them from quitting, preventing them from leaving. But what if in reality Triple H has plans? Like, a good example, Luke Harper's been wanting to fucking leave. What if Triple H has plans for Luke Harper to become the new WWE champion as soon as he steps down and he steps up? Think about it. It would make a good sense, and it would be a perfect storyline, and it would be something nobody would expect, nobody would be thinking of, but then again, I start thinking it through. But think about it. It could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's actually going to happen, but what if this whole time, with all these sometimes good pay-per-views and matches and weeks, and then there's a lot of crappy ones and shit ones, and everybody's just unhappy and don't want to do it. What if it's all a work to prepare Triple H, not to the very beginning of a company, but to at least be like, hey, look, I know you can get this up there. I want my character to have the last laugh to an extent. It would give him that big heel thing, because Vince McMahon usually, I've noticed, is the heel. Triple H is back and forth, but maybe he wants to be that good businessman. It would work. It would give Triple H a big love and applause even more. He could make it into merch. Like, hell, he could just have, like, I stepped up, Vince stepped down shirts and stuff like that. They could make it into merch, make more money, and so much more. Literally, I'm not saying it actually is happening, but it's an idea, it's a possibility, and it would and can and could make sense. Not only that, I feel I've just created a conspiracy theory, or who knows, maybe it's actually reality and I just think it's a conspiracy, and Vince is going to be like, oh shit, this guy might have figured it out. You know what? We're going to make him think it's just a conspiracy theory, and then be like, bam, you figured it out, but not let you know. You know, anything's possible. But what if this shitty WWE stuff, like the storylines just not doing well, not making sense, or it's just not the right time, fans don't want to see it, or it makes no sense to the rivalry that happened before, and then stories are changed? What if he's doing it on purpose? I mean, like, around this time would be a perfect time, and a perfect year. 2020 would be a perfect year to step down. He has all that time of history of being the big guy, the big honcho, the owner, the businessman. But to retire, step down, and put your life's hard work and give it to another, it's probably hard on him too if you think about it, and he doesn't want you to know. But maybe he has it planned how he wants it to live on in feel good about it. He'll still probably make appearances and stuff, but think about it. That would be a perfect way for him to, one, step down, two, be like a big WTF, nobody expected it, OMG moment kind of thing, to give Triple H the mantle, basically to pass on his business to Triple H finally. Maybe it's his way of saying, we're going to wait till 2020. Maybe the game being shitty is partially his idea too, because the games also affect you watching the show. So you don't want to play the new game, so you're just like, you know what? I'll play the old games. It still makes them money. Not only that, maybe they had people take the heat on purpose. Maybe they paid them extra money. Be like, hey, look, I want this game to look as good as possible, but make it have glitches. Make it that they still come to see our shows because they prefer the show over the game. Make them want to buy the games before, because 2K20 is his message maybe to be like, this is the end of a crappy era. That would be a perfect way. And maybe throw in an additional game that no one expects as soon as Triple H becomes the new, basically the owner. Like, what if he brings out a new game and is like, this is the real 2K20? What if this is their way of saying, we passed to a new game thing, or we decided to do this or that? Hang on. But think about it. What if they have an additional game planned out, they're waiting till after WrestleMania, and what if they just call it WWE's Era 20, historical game or something like that? I'm sure it ain't gonna be that shitty of a long name. I'm not good at making names all the time. I don't know. WWE, the past era, the video game, or the in with the new, out with the old. That would be actually a cool idea. WWE's in with the new, out with the old for like every system that is nowadays, like the PS4, the Xbox One, and have a secret hidden little thing in it that states, like, you have to get it by beating the game a certain character, probably Triple H or Vince McMahon, and have a hidden little secret that pops up in the credits stating, 2K20 was secretly my work. Yous are part of my company. The fans are now one. What if you get to create a fan that you will see in the front row? Dude, that would be an interesting thing. It would be his way of saying, I never hated my fans. This was all the storyline. You have been living it for years. That'd be a perfect way to do it. Think about it. What if Vince McMahon is doing everything on purpose and legitimately knows that fans are going to walk out, some are going to stay loyal? What if he got rid of certain people that were saying, dude, I don't like it because it doesn't include certain things, and they wanted to leak it out? Or maybe they just were angry and wanted more credit with it and decided to leak it out, because he's fired some people recently. But think about it. What if they've done things that made him like, dude, I don't want this leaked. I have it planned out. Triple H and I are in on it. Stephanie McMahon is in on it. What if Shane McMahon is also in on it? Anything is possible. I'm not saying all of them are in on it, but it's believable that Triple H is. And I'm sure that they have some of their stars that have been really dedicated defending them against other corporations and other things and starting shit on social media. What if they only told certain in particular wrestlers, so they are like, hey, look, we don't want to lose you. We have future plans for you, but you're going to have some crappiness in the beginning, but trust me, it will be worth it once I step down and Triple H steps up. It would work. It would make more sense with the Seth Rollins stuff. Maybe Seth Rollins is in on it. Maybe Roman Reigns is in on it. What if The Fiend is in on it? Although I don't really like the Seth Rollins Fiend thing, but it would add up to make sense why everything went to shit. Put two people in a ring together, make the shittiest thing happen when you expect it to be fucking amazing, and secretly they're both in on it this whole time. It would make sense. Maybe AJ Styles and the OC are in on it. What if they're trying to bring the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship even more to becoming main titles? Like, even 2020, if this is true, that is, if Triple H and McMahon do have this, and this isn't a conspiracy, and this is actually truth, and what I'm bringing up is only temporarily conspiracy, and they actually are planning to do all this, what if they plan to make the U.S. title look a little different, give it a new look after so many years, and give it a new 2020 look? The Intercontinental, I mean, like, I hate the white belt. I think it has been so unappealing since they gave it a white belt, and I miss the black. What if they plan to bring back the black belt for it, or to a different color that I feel it needs to stay a dark color, though. But, like, a color that's dark enough that works, almost looks black, and just makes it pop out. What if they're going to do a new Intercontinental look, a new United States look? Who knows? Anything's possible. Hell, in fact, there is so much possibilities with it. It would make sense. I mean, like, it would make sense that this could be a possibility. I mean, like, everybody knows they're unpredictable, and I mean, like, it would give Vince a good happy ending as the heel, because everybody knows him as the heel more. He's like, because if you think about it, they could even incorporate Stone Cold involved some way, somehow. Maybe he's the referee of the match and is just like, I remember when you and I butted heads. Now I get to be the ref of you and Triple H butting heads. It's just a possibility. And Stone Cold's a ref for a match would bring so many people in because Stone Cold's so iconic. People love him. It would work. It would be an amazing and peaceful way for Vince to be like, yeah, I'm ready to step down. He could just live life, do what he's gonna do, wants to do, and have a good time finally. Triple H would be in charge. I'm sure Vince will make appearances from time to time. Stephanie McMahon would be also in charge. It would be basically a new era. No one would expect it. It would not only be adult views, so they could keep the cursing and stuff, but I mean, like, they could also do it that they're like, hey, look, we're gonna keep this the way you fans want it. Just understand, we're not responsible if your kids, because I would love to see them still do, like, the stuff for children they do, and helping people that, like, you know what I mean. Basically, like, the kids, like, WWE has really been in for the kids, but what if they're planning to do it that it's for everyone? Because, I mean, like, at one point it looked like it was more kid-friendly, then it's starting to turn into, like, in between, like, teenager and adults, but kids still come. What if they're just doing everything they're doing just because they're trying to give the fans what they want, but they want to, like, mix it up to how they want, so then they can be like, haha, this was all planned. You are all the fans. We love you. Yous were all this time part of the story, whether you left or stayed. Think about, that would be an interesting way to end your career as, like, a businessman. So Vince McMahon would not only have the last laugh as his gimmick, because he dropped the ratings, and he could have a big word to be like, yeah, you may now have stepped up and I have to step down, but just know I still get the last laugh, or something like that, because all the ratings dropped. You gotta start from a decent amount of scratch. Just a possibility, an idea, just think about, what if everything is being done on purpose, all the BS that people are not enjoying, but secretly, what if we're just part of a storyline that we are unaware about, whether we'll stay or go, and he's just seeing how it goes to give you an amazing WrestleMania to make up for everything. And what if he has it planned that that's how he's gonna make that business skyrocket? Think about it. It could be. It sounds like it's a possibility. It's just an idea that I came up with, an opinion. So if you like this idea, if you agree or have any better ideas or things to add on to it, please comment below. Also, if you're a WWE fan as much as me, but also multiple wrestling branches fan as such as I am, because I don't believe there is a better or a worse brand. I just believe, hey, I'll watch wrestling as long as it appeals to stuff that I like to see. Because I watch not only WWE, I have been watching AEW. I sometimes will watch Impact. I love to watch New Japan. I like Ring of Honor and all this stuff. So like, I don't have a favorite. I just, watch them all as equal as I can. I don't really go with everything, but I will admit it would make sense. It does kind of sound like it could be, because NXT is the only thing really doing well out of the three. And what if it's just his way of trying to see if fans will see and understand and get it and be like, hey, Triple H more has say with NXT, so this is my sign of saying, hey guys, don't leave. He's coming to own everything eventually. He's gonna be telling the story now. I won't. He's gonna be making the big bucks. I got enough. Like, it's just an idea. It's my conspiracy theory I start coming up with. But hey, it's a possibility. I don't know how well on the info I got. I'm not the best at this, so I apologize in advance. But I hope you enjoyed. So fist Bama Llama, Momentai, and remember, have a wonderful day, and thank you all for enjoying the video. There'll be more coming soon. And Shadow Family forevermore.